Good day. Welcome to another episode of Raw Report. I'm your host, Robert Bob TV Brown. How are you doing today? As y'all boy, that's who you pick, my black brothers and sisters, to go up against Trump. See, I originally thought the whole point of this election was to find a person, like I said in 2008. It's not important that you find somebody it's important that you find somebody that can beat Trump. But what you did was you were trying to find somebody first to beat Bernie Sanders. And the whole Democratic Party coalesced. They knew Bernie was starting to gain some steam. But Barack Obama said he already made a decision that prior to that look, I'm not worried about it. If it get to that point where I need to step in, I'll step in, because he already let it be known, Bernie, I'm not going to just let you win. I'm not going to let you go in and pretty much do better than what I did, because you already know that Bernie Sanders has his criticism against Obama, and a lot of black people don't like that. Well, black people need to find out about that criticism and see if it's true or not, because there's a lot of things that Barack Obama didn't do that he could have did, but he didn't, like Medicare for all. But I'm not going to get into that story, because it's not about Barack Obama. It's not even about Bernie Sanders. It's about this guy, whom Trump has termed Sleepy Joe. And he has given Trump every reason to call him Sleepy Joe. Every reason. Every reason. Sleepy Joe. Watch this.
We've made to care for our seniors. It says that 10 years from now, if you're a 65-year-old who's eligible for Medicare, you should have to pay nearly $6,400 more than you would today. It says instead of guaranteed health care, you will get a voucher. And if that voucher isn't worth enough to buy the insurance that's available in the open marketplace, well, tough luck. You're on your own. Put simply, it ends Medicare as we know.
Nobody to see me.
It's a vision that says up to 50 million Americans have to lose their health insurance in order for us to reduce the deaths. Who are these 50 million Americans? Many are somebody's grandparents, maybe one of yours.
Obama, just like we always said, we didn't literally think that you put people to sleep with your speeches. You're a good speaker. But obviously you put Joe Biden to sleep. What Trump is going to do is he's going to take this and run an ad. And he's going to call it fall asleep at the job. I guarantee you, falling asleep on the job. He's going to get these compilations of Joe Biden. Joe Biden can do something probably like cocaine sniffing, but you're asleep on it. You're sleeping. Recently, Hillary Clinton, again, another person who's endorsing somebody who currently got a strong rape allegation against him, she came on to give her full endorsement of Joe Biden as if that was a good thing. And Joe Biden gladly accepted, not knowing, bruh, you need to stay as far away from her as you can. You don't need her endorsement. You don't need her supporters. The supporters are already going to support you. They're already in the bank for you. She is not going to bring any more supporters to you, Joe Biden. So you didn't need her endorsement. But listen, look, do it. And I guess he kind of knew, I don't need your endorsement. But let's take a look at this.
And I'm really thrilled to have my friend, the former senator and former Secretary of State, and a woman who should be President of the United States right now, Hillary Clinton. Welcome, Hillary. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Joe. It's a real pleasure to be here with you and to be part of this very important discussion. And I am thrilled to be part of your campaign to not only endorse you, but to help highlight a lot of the issues that are at stake in this presidential election. As you just so rightly said, this terrible pandemic that we're all going through hits a lot of Americans much harder than others. We've seen it firsthand in hospitalizations and in, unfortunately, fatalities. But we've also seen it when we look at the pictures of those people on the front lines. Do you know 80% of all healthcare workers in America are women? And 1 out of 3 jobs held by women in our country has been classified as essential. So this is an issue that affects all of us, young and old, every kind of background from every walk of life. But it is having a disproportionate impact on the front lines, on women working, on women caring for others, on women holding down the home as we go through this together. So I want to add my voice to the many who have endorsed you to be our president. Just think of what a difference it would make right now if we had a president who not only listened to the science, put facts over fiction, but brought us together, showed the kind of compassion and caring that we need from our president, and which Joe Biden has been exemplifying throughout his entire life. Think of what it would mean if we had a real president, not just somebody who plays one on TV, but somebody who gets up every morning worried about the people that he's responsible for leading during this crisis. Well, I know what a difference it would make because I've been there. I've seen firsthand what presidents can and should do. And I, like so many Americans, really wish that we had that kind of leadership now. You know, Joe Biden has been preparing for this moment his entire life. I've been privileged to work with him over the last 25 plus years as First Lady, then for 8 years in the Senate, where I watched him build coalitions and work to bring people together to solve problems. Then during the Obama administration, when I was privileged to be Secretary of State. I've been in the Situation Room with Joe as we debated. And you know, where we didn't say what we thought people wanted to hear. We said what we believed. And we had a president then with President Obama who encouraged that. Think of it, who wanted to hear from each and every one of us. I've been in the lobby of the Senate. I've been in the cloakroom, and I've watched Joe bring people together. So for me, this is a moment that we need a leader, a president like Joe Biden. I also know a lot about Joe, the person. I've seen him up close and personal now for many years. We have a lot of the same values in common, the same work ethic, the same belief in America, the same focus on family. And we share a common experience and a love of Scranton, Pennsylvania. When my great-grandparents came from England and Wales, they ended up in Scranton. And my grandfather and then my father grew up in a house on Diamond Avenue. And while the Rodhams were living on Diamond Avenue, the Bidens were over on North Washington Street. And, I've had a lot of time to visit Scranton, talk about Scranton.
All right, I'm done. I can't take no more. Can't take it. I can't take it. These are two of the worst. Come on, Democratic Party. Shouldn't it be obvious to you that you can't make change in a party that don't want to change? They want to continue to keep these same old stale Democrats that are Senate-right Republicans. They don't want to do anything for you. Joe Biden don't want to. Joe Biden don't want to push your Medicaid. He don't want to give you Medicare for all. He wants you to get Medicaid and Medicare at 60. Oh, let's negotiate. I need your supporters. I'm going to give you Medicaid at 60. Fool, is you crazy? She's married to a rapist who passed legislation, who we thought we were cool, but behind all the coolness was passing legislation to devastate the black community. The welfare reform bill, because most of the black community, a lot of the black community was on welfare. There was white and everything, but we did use the welfare system a whole lot because a lot of us, They reformed that to try to do whatever they can to detach us away from it. That is a Republican idea, which is good up to a certain point. And then that crime bill. It was Joe Biden who developed it. Bernie Sanders voted for it. If Hillary Clinton was in the Senate, she would have voted for it, but she preached it on behalf of her husband. Her husband signed it into legislation. 4 Democrats with 1 signature brought havoc on the black community. And now they're old. I'm getting old. And now they don't have nothing left. They don't care. You can talk about them all you want, but I'm going to talk about you. We got a rape sympathizer whose husband got more nookie and cookies from other women than her, who she shunned and put down every last one of his accusers, calling them liars. A friend of mine who claimed to be Bill Clinton's son, Danny Williams, said his auntie tried to bring him over to the mansion and they chased her off the mansion because she didn't want Bill Clinton to know about this boy. Yeah, Bill Clinton, along with some state troopers that protected him, oftentimes finding prostitutes and crack whores. They have their little play. Now, these are high society classes. It's not an old straggly one on the corner in the hood. No, these are high society. And he met a high society woman who he tended to cater toward. And he would spend quality time. Got her pregnant. And to keep her from saying anything, he'd give her cash money. Would send toys from the White House to their house Christmas. And Danny is a fine, outstanding man, beautiful kids, great father. And all he want to do is know his dad. He don't want nothing for her, him. He just want to know his sister, Chelsea. And he just want to know his dad because Bill is not getting any younger. And Joe Biden isn't getting any younger either, and Hillary Clinton is not getting any younger. And these 3, along with Republicans' help, have hurt the black community more than anybody has done in the last 50 years. Yet they still want to hold on to power and want you to help them. And they're going to use bootlegs like Clyburn, sellout. Yeah, I said it, sellout. Lewis, sellout. Again, I big you up for what you did in the past. But it's not about the past anymore. What are you doing now? What have you done 5-10 years ago? That matters more to me than your past. Your past cannot hold up what you're currently doing right now. One failed move will throw away your past. And I've thrown away the past of John Lewis, and I've thrown away the past of James Clyburn. Your past mean nothing to me when you're going around doing crooked things today. You know Martin Luther King. You know Malcolm X. You know Marcus Garvey. You're none of that. This is your boy. This is the guy who you took to become the Democratic nominee. He's presumptive still. And the Republican and the Democratic Party can fix this. First of all, Bernie Sanders needs to start and rescind his endorsement because this man right now has got an allegation of rape. And anybody supporting him at this moment are going against Tara Reid. I don't know what else to say. I'm done with this particular. Just think about it seriously. You got Hillary Clinton, the number 2 most horrible politician in the United States. Number 2. Trump is number one right now. They often go back and forth depending on how Trump legislates. He might do something good and pop back up to go down to number two, and she still be number one, as KRS-One would say. Trump, Clinton, Joe Biden. Nobody's really enthused about going out and vote for them. Black people probably are because they're scared of Trump. They fell for this brainwash and this painting of Trump being the devil. And he may be the devil. To me, all of them devils. All of them devils. All of them con artists, don't want to do nothing for you. All they want to do is line their pocket. They'll stab you in the back and throw you in a pit of fire in order to keep their position. All of them devils. You got a smiley devil and you got a frown devil with a frown. This is a death sentence for your campaign, bruh. You realize how many Democrats have now decided to step away because of that Hillary Clinton endorsement? A lot of Democrats don't like Hillary Clinton. Anyway, I'm done. My name is Rob Brown with the Rob Report. You got to stop giving Trump reasons to come up with an ad, Joe Biden. When you sleeping in your interviews, he's going to call you Sleepy Joe and he's going to run an ad. Wake up, take an energy drink, drink a Monster. Do something. Don't be falling asleep. Nevertheless, honestly speaking, I don't care. I just don't care. I don't have a dog in this fight right now. I'm not supporting, neither one of these people are of honor and integrity. I don't support pathological, lying, bigot racists with rape allegations. Sleep on that.